Hey guys, how's it going? Owner here and welcome to a new iRacing race. iRacing video. We are again in the skip Barber, so the Formula 2000, and we are going to do another race after you know, after we did the another what's it called? Another race? Yeah, well, after we did the previous race, I guess. Um, So I said in the last video that I was going to, do some practice, check how the other players are driving. Um, well, I have changed my setup a bit, and I did a practice session where my fastest lap was a 146.0. But I think I can go faster than that, so 145 should be possible. Also, I just realized that maybe lowering the fuel might might be a bit faster. I didn't really notice that in the MX-5, where if the fuel if your car was lighter, so it ran less fuel, you will be quicker. I didn't really notice that, but I think not sure, but I think it is in these cars. And the race is 15 laps, and I have right now fuel left for 15.6 laps, so should be enough fuel, I hope. But I did that 146.0 with heavy fuel on board, so I really don't know if it makes any difference. We will see it in this race, I guess. Also, I have lowered the suspension or the ride height from this car, so that sound when I brake, that that sound, that's, I think it is when the car touches the ground, so just to let you know. But I don't think, it really affects performance or anything. It just, it's just a sound. So we are doing the warming up. We can do one lap, so let's see if we can put in a good lap. I have to get used a little bit as well to the controls, or to the driving, to the handling, because I played F1 2013 before playing this, so it's a little bit different, obviously. So just getting a little bit used. Also, I know how to start this time. If you have checked last video, you probably know that my start last time was really bad. But I managed to get some practice in for that as well, luckily. You just have to put it in first gear and then release the clutch once the lights go green. Should have known that in the first race, but there you go. Bit wide. Oh, that's actually pretty dumb. Getting off track. That does count for your safety rating, even though it is warm up. I think it does, I'm not sure actually. But I think it counts less. And went right there as well, so this is a pretty shit lap. But we will carry on anyway. I think it counts for your safety rating, but not as much as the race is. Or race does, sorry. Again, that sound. So I have to try to get a strong race. There are a lot of good players in this competition with these cars, so almost every time a strong field, I think. And it indeed was a pretty shit lap, 147.3. Anyway, I think it is enough fuel, but I'm not sure. Let's just play it safe. Add a few more liters, or let's ask it. Yes, 7.9 liters is enough. See if anyone responds to that question. So here's my setup done. A little bit different. Also, the tire pressures are much lower than before. So I hope I won't get any trouble with tire wear. Seems like nobody is really responding my questions, so we will just play it safe and add some more liters to the fuel. And maybe we can choose 7.9 liters for next race, but I just want to play it safe right now. Let's go to the grid. We are in P13 at the moment. Maybe that will change because some cars might, you know, have still need to come to the grid. I think the lights will go on. Yeah, there they are. So going in first gear and then just releasing the clutch soon. There we go. So slow start because the first gear is quite what's it called, quite long, so you cannot really get quick off the line. I'm going on the inside of this car. He brakes quite early, so we should take him, and then this car on my left runs a little bit wide, close to him, and I'm now on his outside. Let's see if we can take him. I'm leaving him space and he leaves me space as well. Still on the outside, and that's the pass done. So 2 places gained. This is my chance. I have to show what I can do in these first 2 laps, or first lap, so something like that. And this car gives me plenty of space to actually dive on his inside, so I'll take it. Whoa, very close to each other there. He will have a better exit probably because he took the wider line. He has indeed more speed, and he also has slipstream for the car in front. So I'll just go to the right so he can move over wherever he wants. Now this braking zone, still on his inside, and there we are, taking him, and then the next car runs wide as well. So we take him as well, but he is now on my inside and I'm on the outside for this corner. And there's no space, I have to back off there. Cannot go on the outside of that corner. It's just not enough space. A little bit wide. I'm going to have a little bit of a look on this inside. It does make him nervous. There we go. That's what I have said many times. Just look on people's inside, they might get nervous. And then you can gain a place. As this guy in front gets to the pits, I don't know why. Maybe he made a false start, I don't know. But I don't care because that's another place. So we have gained plenty of places in this opening lap. And now we get into lap 2 with a gap to 1.2 seconds to the car in front. So it's quite a bit. Let's see if he can pull away. I know I don't really have a good pace compared to these guys. They are all really quick and have a good license compared to me most of the times, because this league is, or this series is pretty competitive. So I'm just hoping for a good pace, consistent pace. So braked a little bit too late. I had a little bit of overstay on the entry, costing us a little bit of time. As I think the leaders will be pulling away from me, definitely. Because some people can drive 144s, and that's definitely not going to happen with me this race probably. Oh, a crash! A crash! Another 2 places! Oh, and now we are all bunched up here. I'm going to position myself on the outside. There we are, another place. See, you have to take your chances. 3 places gained. And we are bunched up as well. So it's pretty good. Are we in 4th place? Is that the leader up ahead? I'm not sure actually. Might be. We will see at the end of this lap where I am. A little bit of understeer, but we are pretty close to the car in front, so we are in the slipstream, and I am going to have a little bit look on his inside at the end of the straight, see if it makes him a little bit nervous. Oh, outbraking him really easily actually. 3rd position right now in the podium. Whoa, what the hell? Didn't expect that. So there we are. But now I think I'll be a sitting duck. Not sure, but I expect the 2 cars in front to have a very good pace. And once the cars behind get in a good rhythm, behind of me get in a good, in a good pace, good rhythm, I think they should be faster than me as well. Not sure though. We will see. I'm not worried. We will just see what's going to happen. A little bit of oversteer on the entry. But I think I'm closing in on P2. A little bit wide again. Didn't get enough track luckily. A little bit wide here as well. That's enough track. Yep, there we are. Okay. Let's regain the focus. Try to stay concentrated, which is important. Don't want to push, you know, over the maximum, because that's not good, as you saw there. Went off the track. As the leader is pulling a gap. Trying to get early on the throttle for the straight. Didn't really manage it actually. And we have somehow a gap to the car behind as well. Just a bit of a gap, which is good. These guys brake quite early. Or maybe I'm just braking late, I don't know. Oversteer. Pretty bad corner, pretty bad exit as well, and a pretty poor cornering speed. So last lap was a 1:46.0. Not bad. Whoa! What the hell? He brakes so early. He really does. He actually turned in on me there. I just went for it. I know I'm a bit aggressive, but you know, then it's up to him whether he wants to turn in on me or whether he wants to leave me space. A bit like Senna. Senna was champion in terms of, you know, doing those attacks. Just put it on his inside and then it's his decision whether he wants to turn in on you or leave you enough room. I admit that that was pretty aggressive, but you know, why not? I mean, he brakes quite early. And I'm losing a little bit of pace now. Should concentrate again. Come on. Actually, he hit my wheel, so I think the wheel is slightly offset. But nothing too serious. 10 laps remaining. Had a better exit than the car in front. We actually can take him, I think. We are quicker. So I'm braking a little bit earlier as well. But you know, don't want to run into the back of the car in front, obviously. Slipstreaming. Going to have another look. He's on my outside, have to leave him room. And now he's going on my inside. He brakes late for this corner. I'm on his outside. He's still on my inside, still have to leave him room. Still on his outside, and there we are. Taking the place, second place. Fair racing, no contact. Really good to see. And now I should concentrate. He was quite scared, I think. Quite surprised because of my line through that corner. I take slight different line than everyone else does, I think. So now it will be interesting to see whether I can pull away or whether he stays behind me. It's definitely not all done in this race, as the pace is pretty low actually. 1:46.6. Should go faster than that. Pretty stable corner, as the leader already pulled a gap of 3.3 seconds. Let's try to have a good exit. Good to know that I can late pretty brake. That I can yeah, that's right. That I can brake pretty late. Because that will help me with defending as well. Bit of oversteer because I touched the curb. Bit of oversteer here as well. Still in P2. Random, just someone saying okay. Random. Car behind seems to be sticking with me, so we might have a good battle in our hands. There we go, 146.0. Should be getting into the 145 soon, I think. As I'm pretty much having the same pace as the car in front. So not such a quite strong field, I think, because I have seen guys doing low 145s. Touching a little bit off the grass. And the car behind is pretty close, so we have to look in our mirror, see what he does. He's using slipstream. Braking late to make sure he doesn't dive on my inside, but he didn't do that anyway. But still, just making sure. Bit wide. Very lucky to not get enough track there. As I have a little bit of a train behind me actually. But that's okay. Should not really pay attention to them, just try to drive my own race. So here we are completing another lap. We are halfway through this race. Consistent pace, another 146.0. Pretty bad corner, took too much speed in there, a little bit of oversteer. Had to wait for, you know, going on the throttle. As the leader put 3/10s away at the final lap, so he has a good pace. Bit of oversteer again. Car behind is pretty close. Here he comes, look in the mirror. Not close enough to do an attack. Let's try to maintain this position. I like these cars a lot. Nice handling as well. There we are into the 145s. on the maximum, on the limit I mean. I'm looking a little bit now in my mirror. Seems like there are 3 cars behind me and then there's a little bit of a gap. A little bit wide. A little bit of oversteer, but I like that actually in that corner. You know, letting the back end slide in a little bit. Trial braking is what it's called. I think. Trial braking, something like that. I don't know. I might be wrong actually. There you have the sound again. So let's see what the lap time is going to be. I expect another 145. A high 45. Oh, a mid 145. And pretty similar pace compared to the leader. 1/10 quicker than in last lap. That's a bit too wide. Don't want to be doing that. And still 5 laps to go. And still fending off this position. Little bit of a mistake for me there, but this actually allows me to get early on the throttle and hopefully have a good exit. Braking hard for this corner. Get it all slowed down and then turn in. And get as early on the throttle as you can, obviously. Fantastic corner, this one. So leader not pulling away, neither am I from the car behind. Missed my apex completely there. Early on the throttle, good exit. 4 laps. Come on. I want to maintain this place. Bit of oversteer. Could have gone a little bit early on the throttle there. Get another 10 from the leader, but that's not obviously not going to be enough. Braking for this corner is actually pretty difficult from my point of view. And the car behind me just doesn't give up. Good driver. Never give up. Brake too late there. Missing my apex completely. Bit wide as well. Still kept it on the track. Or well, didn't get enough track. No problem so far in terms of tires, so don't have to worry about that. Three laps to go. and another 145. Seems to be the maximum. I'm driving at my maximum right now actually. Setup seems to be working, you know, producing better lap times. I believe the leader gained another 10 for me for the last lap. As the car behind me is now pretty close to me. I think he will try to do an attack at the end of this straight. I'll just move over to the inside. And I'm braking late to make sure I can stay ahead of him, which I indeed do. Oversteer. Love that. I really do love that. Oversteer mid corner. It's great. Just make it drift around the corner a little bit. Really fun. Competitive driving so far from everyone. Fair driving. But what else do you expect from iRacing? So much fun. If I keep driving like this, I imagine it should be really good for my safety rating, but don't want to think about that. Just keep thinking about this race. Keep concentrated. Is really important. Car behind us fell back a little bit somehow. Maybe made a little bit of a mistake. So that gives us a little bit more, well, what is it called? A bit more space between us and a little bit more confidence, or, well, you know, a little bit more comfort. Had to correct it a couple of times there. Turning in, getting on the throttle, then taking a wide line, and then tied it up at the apex, and then get early on the throttle. Didn't really do it a good way, proper way there, but still could have been better. Had to wait for going on the throttle. Went a little bit wide as well, but anyway, last lap of the race. My neck starting to hurt somehow. Yeah, final lap. And another 145. 2.4 to the car ahead, so he seems to be, you know, settled for the lead. And we seem to be settled for P2 if we don't make a mistake. The gap is 1 second to the car behind, so he fell back a little bit. As I said before. Bit of oversteer, but that's okay. There we go then. One more time on this straight. It's a lot of fun during this race. Let's just stay focused. It's really important. Anything can still happen. Nice drive this race from the car in front. He drove a solid race. He seems to be falling back a little bit the final couple of laps, but doesn't matter anyway because he had a 3.5 second lead to me. So there we are then. final corner. A little bit of oversteer in that corner. A little bit wide as well. But not wide enough to spin me off track or something. Here we are, taking second place. Really happy with that. And we did a 1:45.7 in the final lap. 2 seconds to the car in front then. And 1 second to the car behind. So we started in P13, I believe. And then coming up from P13 to P2 was pretty good. I had some luck obviously with 2 cars spinning. And I seem to be pretty good at the first lap actually. A little bit more aggressive than everyone else, I think. And yeah, like I said, you know, once you get on someone's inside, it's up to them if they, you know, want to turn in on you or avoid you. But obviously you cannot dive on someone's inside with you know, what's this called? You know, you cannot when someone breaks at the 100 meter board, you obviously cannot break at the 50 meter board and then still make the corner. So it's not like that, obviously. But you're still pretty happy with this race. Enjoyed it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. And what's about the fuel actually? Enough fuel. Still 9 laps of fuel left, so I think next time we can choose for 7.9 liters of fuel, but I don't really think it's affecting the performance of the car. It might be, but I think only slight. So hope you guys have enjoyed this race. I'll just drive back to the pits and then we will be there with the statistics. I always mess up that word somehow. Statistics, as I always do. Here we are in the pits. Here we are rolling into the box or the pits or however you want to call it. So there we are then. And let's check the grid. The qualifying, the pole lap was a 1:45.3 and I think actually the person who was on pole had that crash, so we were very lucky there, to be fair. Yeah, I'll be right back with the, you know, the statistics screen, and then we will finish the video, so be right back. Right, so here we are then with the results. We came home in second place, as you probably already knew. Indeed started in P13. 14 laps completed. Strength of field was 2,312, and we actually gained a little bit more than 1/100 of you know, of no, never mind. We actually gained a little bit more than 100 in terms of what's it called, license points or driving safety rating. That's it. So I'm happy with that. And then I was with another guy, the only person who was Class D, so a few drivers with Class A, three drivers with Class A, and the rest was B and some C. So the fastest lap of the race was a 1:45.6 from P8. I did a 45.6 as well, so we were pretty close in terms of you know, fastest lap. But I definitely know that there are some people who can, you know, really do low 1:45s and even high 1:44, so they are pretty quick. So pretty lucky to, you know, not drive with them. Otherwise I would have ended up lower in the field, and obviously we, as I said before, we were pretty lucky with that with the crash, which happened in lap 2 or lap 3, I don't know, somewhere around there. We gained a few positions with that, and the field bunched up a little bit more, so pretty happy with the result. As I said before, yeah, you can just look at for yourself, you know, at these statistics, and I'll finish the video then. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have liked the video, if you have enjoyed the video, I would appreciate a like. I always mess it up. I don't know why. Let's do it one more time. If you have enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a like. That's it. Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed it. So again, thank you guys for watching, and other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.